What's up, everybody? Here I am. I'm at home. It's been a while since I made a video. I was actually having to go back and rewatch a lot of my videos, and I saw the last video I made was just before I left. I hadn't packed anything or moved anything yet, but I was getting ready to, and I let y'all know that I was divorcing. I let y'all know that I was going to North Dakota, and I let y'all know just a lot of little things that was going on in my life. Since that last video, I have divorced. I've been divorced since April 10th. That's been done. It's hard. It's tough. Even though we weren't close there at the end, it's still kind of tough, to know that, I was married at one time, and the next time I talk to a girl or I try to go on a date with a girl or anything like that, I have to let her know, hey, at one time I was married. If I get to know her more, and hopefully that girl accepts that. On that note, also, I'm kind of at a point where I'm realizing and thinking about one statement that a pastor made one year at a church camp I was at. He had made a statement where he said, don't focus on a relationship. He said, focus on God. Focus on this. Focus on the Word. Focus on God. Keep your eyes on Him. Go head first. Just follow Him. And eventually, He's going to put that person that is supposed to be with you the rest of your life, He's going to put that person right there in front of you. At the time, before I got married, I was not doing that. I was not even close to doing that. And that's where I got. And that's what I get for doing what I was doing. But that's where now I learned my lesson. I'm trying to focus just fully on the Word. Like I'm doing right now. I'm going to try to make more of my videos. I got a book today. I went to Barnes & Noble today in Tulsa. And I got this book called Prayers for Difficult Times When You Don't Know What to Pray, the men's edition. And I kind of skimmed through it, especially kind of read through the divorce part, and I think it's going to help a lot. It's going to be very helpful in whatever it is I'm going through. But this is where I'm at. I am in North Dakota right now. I'm on leave. I'm at home. Been visiting with a bunch of family. Been doing a lot of things. But right now I'm back home. It is May 31st right now. It's actually about to be June 1st. And I leave June 9th. I have to go back to North Dakota, and I'll be, trying to get my life back on track and everything. Finally got a vehicle in the States, so I have a really good feeling about how things are gonna go, and like I said, my plan is to focus on God, focus on His Word, and just go, head first into following God and letting Him do what He needs to do for me. But I'm going to go ahead and do this. Last time I checked, it was Genesis 18 that I had just last read. So I'm going to go ahead and read Genesis 19. So Genesis 19 says, it's Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold, Now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly. And they turned in unto him, and entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and did not bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them unto us, that we may know them. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold now, I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand, and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut to the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place? For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxen great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth, and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto them, O not so, my lord, behold now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy which thou hast shown unto me, in saving my life, and I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. O let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for thee which thou hast spoken. Hastily escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zor. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zor. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities, and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And Abraham gat up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and behold, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham, and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. The sin of Lot's daughters. And Lot went up out of Zor, and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zor. And he dwelt in the cave, he and his 2 daughters. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night. Into the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow, that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine, and that night also. And the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down nor when she arose. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto his day. And the younger she also bare a son, and called his name Benammi. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. Alright, so that was the end of Sodom and Gomorrah. God has destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, and he spared the life of Zor and his family, his wife and his 2 daughters. Well, then Zot's wife had decided that she was going to look back at the city, and she turned to a pillar of salt. She was told not to, and she did. Well, then Lot's daughters decided, there's no men around here. We're not going to get pregnant. We're not going to be able to have children unless we lay with our dad. So they got their dad drunk and ended up laying with their dad and getting pregnant, both of them, on 2 different nights. And it says the first one bore a son, Moab, and the second one bore a son, Benammi. And they turned into the Moabites and the Ammon, which, if I'm not mistaken, they come into play later on in the Old Testament. So that's what happened in chapter 19. Whew. Some pretty rough stuff. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to say a prayer. I've noticed that too. Like I said, I went back and I watched a lot of my videos, and I noticed a lot of things that I wasn't doing. So that's what I'm going to start adding into a lot of my videos. So let's go ahead and let's pray. Dear God, I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to make videos like this and to read your scripture. And I just want to thank you for everything you do. I just want to pray that you'll be with all the families that have lost a family member in the recent past couple of days. I've known a few younger people that have lost their lives, and their families have had to deal with that, and I pray that you'll just touch their families. God, I pray that also if there's anyone watching this video that you're dealing in their life, that you just put your hand over them, protect them, and let them just listen to you. I also pray, God, if they're having any struggles, that you help them in the best way possible, God. I pray that you'll just put your hand over everyone that watches this video and bless them. Be with me as I try to continue these videos, God. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Thank you for watching my video. I'm trying to start back once again, like I always say I do. Hopefully this one lasts longer than the last. So tomorrow I'm going to try to do chapter 20. We'll see how that goes. But thank you guys for watching. Once again, take every day, one day at a time. Have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.